Hello everybody, Caden here today with another episode of Minecraft Dinosaurs. And right away you're gonna notice some stuff. 1, I'm in creative mode. 2, when I hit tab, I'm hitting tab right now, nothing is happening. We are on single player right now. And some very tragic things have happened. So it's not inevitably clear right now. But when I turn around, you start to notice some things like, wait a second, where are the paleoraphe trees? And if we keep flying over here, you're like, wait a second, there are paleoraphe trees there. Where are these candles? Where's the Dilophosaurus fence? What's that? What's this? What's that? What's that? Where's the whole tunnel gone? And just wait for it. It gets even better, guys. Where is the aviary? Or the aquaviary, as I've now been calling it. Where is the aquaviary? I'll tell you where the aquaviary is. It is lost to space and time. Now, for those of you who have not been watching basically any of the last 6 videos I've made, you won't know about this. But anyone who has watched around the last 5 or 6 videos I've made, you will know about this. Basically, for those who are ignorant of the current status of the park, the world file corrupted. And when I say that, I mean we lost every single modded block on the world. Okay, you are gonna say good. So, yeah, this is what's happened to the park, and this is why we didn't have an episode Monday. It wasn't because I mean, I assume some of you were like, Caden just got lazy or something. Maybe he has a big thing planned. No, this is why there was no episode. Literally, I've had to kind of slave away. It took me honestly an hour to finally get a version of the world that wouldn't crash as soon as I launched it. Literally, I'd been having that problem for about a day or two, just trying to get a version of the world from the server that wouldn't crash as soon as I tried to load it up. So, yeah. We have a problem right now, and that's why we are in creative mode, because I'm not going to build this all back in survival. That would be ludicrous. That would be months worth of work. Down the drain. Months worth of resources down the drain. We are not doing that because I don't want to spend that time. I want to spend my time getting things going, fixing the park in creative mode, and then just that way we don't have to spend as much time here. We can just head straight back into the midst of it, go back, start building the park up again, adding the new things I was always wanting to add in, getting things going. So, yeah. This episode is not going to be a super duper long episode. Basically, I'm just going to talk about the future of the series and stuff on the channel while I angrily try and build this. Because, honestly, that's my biggest complaint. For those of you who haven't watched again the last couple of episodes, you won't know much about this and the fact that I've been complaining nearly non-stop about it because I'm very annoyed. The world was fine. / time set day. I don't have permission because LAN world. / time set a day. Basically, so what was it? The last episode was on Friday. So you guys remember the last episode of this series, we just basically got the Velociraptors in, and I had gotten the rest of them in, and I was about to I was getting ready on Saturday to actually record, Sunday I was getting ready to record Monday's episode. And I was super excited. I was really happy. I'm like, okay, we're really getting stuff going. The park is going to look amazing when we come back for another episode. Things are going to look cool. It's going to be fun. All that stuff. I was really optimistic. And then on Sunday, for some reason, I get very confused at this point. I'm not allowed to log onto the server. The server, for some reason, has mysteriously gone down. And I go in and it says oh, your world has corrupted. Now, at first I think it's oh, this is just the server being stupid. Just type in a command and it will start. And I try and do that several times and it doesn't start. And then I get even more annoyed. And eventually, I finally figure out how to get the world to work. Now this is before I figure out a downloaded version that would work with my Minecraft. Finally, I got the world to work, basically. And then, to my surprise, I log on. And my entire park is just gone, pretty much. First version I logged onto with this, everything was gone. Second version, I finally got the save to work to the point where it's like actually this point where we just have all the blocks missing, all these blocks missing, which I will admit is a lot nicer. And one of the reasons I'm glad I didn't install, which is kind of why right now at least I'm very glad we didn't install Carpenters and Chisel until much later in the season. Because if we hadn't, just think guys, if we had installed those a lot earlier, I mean by like episode 1, I would actually have, even in creative mode, like a month's worth of work, and it would never look anywhere near the same as it does right now, as it is. I mean, the aquaviary, I keep forgetting to call it that, the aquaviary, which is its official title, aquarium, aviary, that is never going to look the same. Even if I try my hardest, it will never look as good as it did originally, but I can get very close. That's what's important to me, the fact that I can get kind of close to how it looked. I mean, I'm probably going to have to spend... I'm building that off screen. There is no way I'm going to build that on screen. It's literally going to have to just be watching my latest episode and doing this. Also, other thing that happened. You might be like, wait a second, where's Bangers and Mash coming from? And it's not as extreme with this in this chest. I also don't know why I have a Dinosaurs egg last time I remember. Oh my gosh, what's floor carpet doing here? Literally all modded blocks unloaded for some stupidly unknown reason. I'm very annoyed with it. Got like what are these? Cyan candles replace. Oh, need to get a bone. Forgot about this. You guys are loose. You girls are loose. That's not good for me if you're loose. We need you to be contained. Yeah. So, like, the aquaviary is going to take literally just tons of watching the last episode. All my inventory is gone. We lost all the DNA, all the eggs. I'm going to have to watch back every single episode. Well, not every single episode, but like, basically, the last episode I was actually in the laboratory. I'm going to have to completely rewatch that video and probably spend like 20, 30 minutes just copying my inventory so that way we have everything. So basically, if I have anything I have to say about this, I'm just very, very angry because I'm like, this has set me back, like a good week or so. It's a good week's worth of episodes I'm going to have to basically prepare for again. Time like this. I don't know. It's just, guys. Oh. See, I'm very confused how I built some stuff. Or why I built it the way I built it. Okay, so we'll just put these here. I'm actually going to turn the world to peaceful, just so we don't have monsters spawning in. And I think that means that there will be a baby Compsognathus, or at least a Compsognathus egg, somewhere nearby soon. I got rid of all the modded plants. I got rid of everything, and I am very irritated by this. If you really can't tell by my voice. So yeah, this episode's kind of just basically like, I guess, my speculation of when the actual Dino series will be returning. If I can fix everything within a good amount of time, the soonest we should be back on this world, actually getting things back and running, will probably be like, what? Latest, I'd say next week. Sometime late or early next week is probably the latest. No, there's probably a much later time. Basically, I don't know when we're gonna be back. I want to get back probably by the end of the week. Well, if I can get back to having the world done to the point it was when we left off in the last episode of Dinos by the end of this week, basically, or over the weekend, I would love that, because it's kind of annoying. Follow. You, my friend, are coming over here. Mr. Cuddles. Okay. Let's see, what do we need? Not need. We don't need these or these, and glass. Pane. What was the one I was gonna use? It was like borderless glass. I think that was. Yeah. Oh, I just remembered something about this glass. So I've been on the public server. Speaking of which, I want to talk about something on the public server. I would be very careful, guys. All of you who are going to watch this episode, if you're on the server or you're not on the server yet, there is a currently, I guess, and I'm very sad to hear this because it's something I don't want to happen on my server. My server, I want it to be a nice, friendly place. Anyone can basically come on and just build a dinosaur park. But of course, we all know that is not realistic because there's always going to be someone who gets on there and basically ruins it for other people. There hasn't been a serious grief yet, but we have had reports of several people, especially more recently, that dinosaurs have been killed or have disappeared, DNA has been stolen, stuff like that. So if you are the person who does that and you're watching this video right now, just know I will find you and I will ban you from the server for what you've done. I also have people actually looking at right now for people like that who are doing things like that, so you will be found eventually. And for people new and joining, just know I am trying to crack down on the problem. This will not be a constant thing. I want to get rid of a problem like this. I don't enjoy having stuff destroyed and stolen because, you know, I don't want my own stuff destroyed or stolen, so you guys do the same thing. Anyway, what was I talking about? Oh yeah, I just saw several people on the server were using fence designs like that, and I thought that was really cool that you guys were using similar fence designs to me. Anyway, so the raptor area seems to be pretty well fixed up. What I'm more annoyed about is basically, I will have to basically for you guys who don't know, RTP stands for random teleport. I'm going to have to RTP if I want any fossils now, which means I might just save myself some time, grab a pick, and just I don't know, spawn in some fossil blocks or something and just mine off of those. I don't know. You see, it's not as bad as it could have been. That's what I'm thankful for. It's not as bad as it could have been. It could have been another 40 episodes down the line, and we could have had tons of exhibits built out of these blocks. And that would have been horrible for me, because then I actually would have had to rebuild the entire park. I've actually had that happen to me before. I have had that happen to me before. Well, not this exact world corruption type thing, but I've had my world corrupt a few times before, usually due to my own fault and not installing certain mods. But this is one of the more annoying times it's happened. Because usually on the other times, you guys would never have known. On my previous seasons, you guys would never have known if something like this had happened. You might be like, what? How do we never have known? I only did once a week. I did weekly uploads back then, so what was it? You only got one episode, or 1 or 2 videos every week, so. I mean, if something like this happened on Dinos, I could just fix it in between the episode, and you guys would have been none the wiser if this had happened. Of course, now I decided oh, I've got a bigger channel now, I should do daily uploads, and Dino should be 3 times a week, and yeah, so. It's a bit harder to get these things fixed without you guys realizing that they've happened. Anyway, oh, actually on a really bright note, we've reached 900 subscribers, guys. That is absolutely awesome that we've reached that number. Every day we are getting closer and closer to 1,000. It's gonna be sick when we hit 1,000. Got some ideas in the old mind box of mine, ready for when we hit that big number. It's gonna be insane. Never thought we'd reach this far, I guess. I don't know. Don't know what exactly the words I'm looking for, but I'm looking for words. English, perhaps. Maybe Spanish, or maybe, you know, a bit of German or Turkish, or I don't know, Portuguese maybe. Not quite sure. Could be any language. Could be an unknown language. Could be a foreign language. Could be a made-up language. I'm weird. Sometimes it honestly baffles me why you guys watch my videos sometimes. I'm like, I'm such a weird personality. I'm not like your normal kind of personalities, I think at least, that are like, oh yeah, we do this, it's normal, la da 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 da. I'm a bit odd. Which makes me all the more happy that people actually subscribe. See, I can't actually remember the exact blocks I used for... Well, wait. This section was carpenters. I remember that. And I think... Well, I mean, I'm fairly sure I was using this indented stone brick for this part of the fence because, I mean, when it comes to chisel, this is basically my default go-to block. And that is a really weird block. What? Oh, those would have been plants. What do I have here? I'm gonna guess it just went straight, because where else would it go? Let's see. So yeah, we're just gonna rebuild a few exhibits here, and then end the episode. So yeah, again, this is basically what's happened. I hope we won't have another problem like this. I'm actually not sure what caused this problem. That's what I want to more than anything. That's what I want to know more than anything. I wish I could English, guys. Honestly, I seriously do. I want to learn to speak English, but for some reason, it's like, why are you wanting me to learn Spanish if I can't even figure out simple English? English, ugh, horribly hard language to learn. And I was born in America where we speak only English, so if that's a sign that English is hard to learn, or if you're looking for a sign that English is hard to learn, I think that's a pretty good one there. I still don't remember exactly how I built this. Yeah. So, I guess I'm gonna mention another thing on a lighter note. I really enjoyed the idea of the Dino server and how actually it's been working. Just being able to go on, I've been going on every day after school, just come on, hang out with you guys, help you guys out a bit, do that kind of stuff. And I have to say, it's kind of been a bright point in my day, especially after school. It's just like, you know, I mean, I love recording just solo videos, coming on to the old Dino's world, kind of just building stuff. But I don't know, it's just really fun to go on there. And people are just like, hey, how are you doing? How was your day? Things like that. Like, oh, what are you gonna do on this? You have any ideas for what we could do for this build or whatever? It's just been fun to basically interact with you guys. So yeah, I hope you guys are enjoying the server. And we need carpenter's blocks, because carpenter's is amazing. Okay, if I do this right. Dang it. Well, I'll just go back in the last episode and basically check out what all the names were for the Dinosaurs. I think it was like Daisy or like Venom or something like that. I can't remember. Daisy and Dolly, I think. Yeah, I think that was right. I need to put a door in this enclosure. I don't think I have one currently. And I'm not sure why I don't build. You see, that's a weird thing about my builds. I forget to put doors in there. It's like, I just like parkour my way out, destroy the structure I used to get in, and then when it actually gets to the episode, I'm like, wait a second, I didn't build a way to get in and out of the enclosure easily. So I have to spend part of the episode just trying to figure out a quick way in and out to parkour in and out of the build. So yeah, don't plan like I do for exhibits. Usually means you can't get in them. Oh, that's another fun thing about the server. I've been able to watch you guys build and see all your exhibits. Some of you guys have built awesome parks already. Actually, some of you have built quite a large parks. Who is it? Who were they? I don't remember who. But there are some people who basically are kind of like right near spawn. You can see their base if you go at one of the ends, but they built a really nice looking, well, I wouldn't say it's the nicest looking build on the server, but they've definitely got quite a large park going right now. Got a fairly large park going on right now, and it's pretty cool to see this kind of stuff. Definitely one of my favorite things about going on is just seeing all your guys' builds. Let's see, where are more candles? Yep, there are more candles where the paleoraphe trees were. I don't place the paleoraphe trees in the exact same spots. I'll probably just... Oh, you know what's really going to annoy me, though? The brachiosaur enclosure. Not really because the paleoraphe trees spots, but because of the height of the paleoraphe trees. We had some perfectly heighted ones that were just at the same height as the brachiosaur's heads. And for those of you who... So there's some of you definitely who are going to be like, but why is that? Why did you want that? I want that because it looks like they can eat from that, if they're going to eat from them. I mean, I have hunger turned off so they won't actually, which is a great thing. But, you know, it looks cool. I'm glad, you see, this is why I'm glad we didn't really use, aside from some things, we didn't really use a ton of modded blocks. I need to screenshot this real quick. Basically just, I don't know why I still have that kind of. I'm still kind of confused as to why I kept that. And some of you might be like, what? Why are you confused you kept that? Basically, oh, what is that from? That was from, I think actually, yeah, that was, I think it was from the first live stream I ever did. Well, not the first one I ever did, but the first, like, what I would call official live stream I ever really did on the channel. It was on this world. We got a ton of quotes going. It was pretty cool. This is what's annoying. I don't know what plant this was. Actually, you know, I don't think it's a plant. Something tells me this was something that Josh placed around or something like that. Yeah, something's telling me it was that. So, yeah. Those were clouds, weren't they, at one point? So, yeah, this is the conundrum we are currently in. I mean, the park, again, like I've been saying basically the entire episode, the park could have been worse. Worse things could have happened to our park. So I'm very thankful we only lost what we lost. That we didn't lose as much as we could have. It's still annoying we lost some progress, especially the whole aviary thing. That's what annoys me the most. It's just, that took so long to build. And the fact that I'm now gonna have to completely rebuild it. I mean, it'll probably go somewhat faster since I'm in creative mode, but I mean, and I guess if I don't break, as long as I don't break the snow, I'll also have an outline going to kind of show me where blocks were, but I mean, it's still rather annoying to have to rebuild everything. But at least we'll get through it. So, you know what? We'll see what I'm gonna do for tomorrow's video. For tomorrow's video, we'll see, maybe I'll do, what is it? Another episode like this where we just kind of come on and I'll work a bit more on fixing things up in the park that haven't been fixed yet, or, what is it? Maybe, you guys could probably, you know what, in the comments of this episode, leave what you think I should work on after this whole debacle is finished. Once I've completely finished fixing the world, tell me what you guys think I should work on. Should I do like, what is it? A certain exhibit, a certain dinosaur, whatever you guys, you know, think I should be working on after this, because, you know, I'm really gonna want to start building something new after rebuilding everything old. Because, well, I don't really like building old things. I like to build them, keep them for a while. If they're good enough, they stay for the rest of the season. If they're not good enough, we replace them with a better build. I don't really like to have to rebuild the same thing twice. Which probably means when we come back, when the aviary is finished with its repairs, I will probably have upgraded it a bit. Fixed things I did not think were good, probably, well, like stuff with how the pteranodons, I believe our female pteranodon actually died. I'm not sure how, I think she may have drowned, unfortunately. So, something I've recently learned, I guess, is that they don't fare well with water in their exhibits, which means, in the future, don't put water in their exhibit. Also, I kind of want to move the plesiosaurs. Actually, I think I might just fix the entire aviary building. Because, I mean, it's a very amazing building. It's one of the best builds I think we've had. But I don't think I want it to be the aviary and aquarium. I think it needs to be one or the other. And you might be like, but why would you want to do that? And I think I just need to. Because, you see, although the dome would definitely, for most people, be like, oh, that's where he keeps the pteranodons. We can fill that entirely with water. And in there, I mean, there's more than enough space for me to put plesiosaurs, mosasaur, probably Leopleurodon, ichthyosaurs. There is tons of space in that building, especially towards the bottom. And then it actually makes sense for it to actually have the plesiosaurs and Henotus in there. The stairway makes more sense because we actually get to see a lot more of the marine reptiles. Things like that. So yeah, you know what? I think we're going to do that. I think I might remove the whole aviary part out of it. Wait, what? How in the world did the Ankylosaurus get over here? Guess the world broke? No. Okay, for a second I was afraid he wasn't tamed, and that was gonna scare me there. Or is it a female? I think it may be a female. I think it's a female. I'm not sure. Maybe it'll come on sometime and I'll fix this. And it's probably in survival, but... See, that's the kind of thing now. I'm like, any project, I'm almost kind of thinking like, well, I have all these projects that were kind of half finished. And with creative mode, I could really just, while I'm fixing up the rest of the park, everything that was broken, I could very easily just, you know, like this area, this whole flat area that I always meant to get around to fixing and making look really good. To be honest, if I've got creative mode on and stuff, I mean, I really could simply just hop on here and fix this entire area, grass it up, get the rock wall going, get that traction, whatever traction I was planning to throw up in here, built in. So yeah, you know what, leave that in the comments as well, guys. Should I fix things to the point where it's like, well, not fix, should I finish some stuff? You might be like, oh, what things do you have to finish besides that? Well, I have that. What else was undone? Or not undone, but not finished. That one needs to be done itself. I think there was one or two other projects somewhere that I was like, oh, I need to get more work done into the Dilophosaurus, custom trees. What else needed work? Probably just the tunnel, and then whatever was gonna go over here, probably the landscaping or whatever. Anyway, I think we're going to end the episode here, guys. Thank you all for watching. Sorry that this was a different kind of episode, and that we didn't actually get to do anything cool or very productive, and that it was a bit of a sad episode with the world corruption and everything. I just figured this is probably the best way to actually let you guys know what happened, because I realized not many people actually watch the other series. I'm fine with that. I mean, I know why most of you are here. It is for this series, because it is by far my best series. But anyway, yeah, thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, guys, see you.